this was one of those races where you're like, am I seeing the beginning of something special here? Nyckoles Harbor, he goes 20.79 at Texas Tech. He's 6'5", 225, football player. And you can see on the clip, if you're watching with us on YouTube, just how fast and effortless he looks for someone that size. It was brought up after. I didn't even notice that in the first clip. Wasn't even using blocks for this 200. That mark puts him way up there on the collegiate all-time list, or sorry, high school all-time list. Number 4 all-time. He plays. I looked him up in terms of football. Plays a bunch of positions. Like defensive end is one of them, but also plays wide receiver. He's listed as an athlete in terms of how he's being recruited out of high school, and obviously with that athleticism and size, you can guess why. But I think you're right. This was the overall performance of the week, and just in terms of wow, what are we watching here?
Yeah, I mean, 6'5", 225. Like, to get that type of body around a track, an indoor track,
Mhm,
is very hard. Like, that curve can kill you if you're that big and that tall.
mhm,
And for him to just do it with such ease, it makes you think what is his potential? And
mhm,
it also makes you think, are we ever really going to see his potential, right?
mhm, mhm.
If he's going to be a highly recruit, I'm not sure how good what his rating is in football, but
5
there's a
stars.
chance that he's fine. Okay, so there's a chance this might be the only thing we ever get to see of him, right? Like after this year, he's going to be focused on football, and then track is out the window because you got to make sure you get recruited, and then you join the team in the spring and all this stuff, and it's over. And it's kind of like
He
this is going to be a big like what if, like what
he
if
said he wants to do track in college, and I know a lot of people
they all
say
say
that, and
that.
doesn't always happen. Yeah, exactly, and I watched an
Also that.
interview where someone asked, "Well, how important is the track program to you? Like, do you need to go to a top tier track and football program?" And he basically said, "No," because he said, and he's correct. He's like, in track, and if you're really good, one person can make a big difference. And if I go there, maybe other people will follow. So he hasn't completely excluded track the way some top high school football players have. But you're right. We know from history that it's difficult to juggle both.
I just know if you are the 53rd man on a roster, you're making more money than being a top 5 runner in the world.
Yeah, correct.
Let me say that again. If you're the lowest paid player on an NFL team, you're making more money than being a top 5 runner in the world.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna end up making like a financial decision and be like,
Yeah.
hey, what avenue is best for, you know, my career? And from us, we're gonna be like, hey man, we want to see the young stars become great and see what all this potential can be. Some people,
Mhm.
I mean, you wrote in the rundown, is he the next Bolt? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could be. He's tall, big, and makes running a 200 on an indoor track look easy, but maybe we'll never know. And it always makes you think about these moments of because we have such a diverse opportunity of sport among our
Mhm.
youth and our high school kids, are we always seeing the true best of the best in track and field? Because they're getting pulled away to basketball, to football, to
Mhm.
hell, golf. I don't know, maybe not golf, but soccer, right?
You
So
almost you almost were there.
we never know. He never
Uh,
Tiger Woods. He probably could have ran a good quarter mile. I don't know, right?
I did not write that sentence in the rundown, and I think Travis did it just to trigger you. I did look up because you're always curious and you forget about how good was Bolton. This is outdoors, but when he was 17, 20.13, and then we obviously know Arian Knighton outdoors last year, 1984. They were using blocks. They were outdoors, not quite exactly the same thing as Harbor, but give you just a point of comparison. I think we'll actually see him run in a couple college meets. Again, it may not be the full-fledged season that we want to see from him, but because they have to be in college for a couple years before they go in the NFL, and I think a lot of these athletes, they're just competitive. They're not necessarily thinking about the long-term future. They're in college, they have friends on the track team. Hey, come on, see if you can run, or someone just, you know, goads them a little bit to get out there and race, and he's going to want to get in a race. I mean, I just think with I mean, he's a junior too. So we get one more year of him in high school. Now maybe he stops doing it his senior year entirely just to focus on football, but I would bank on us seeing him a couple more. And he's like he's run AAU before. He's not a guy who is football only like his whole life, and then he just gets thrown into a track meet his junior or senior year, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm fast too. Like he's grown up with track; it's part of him. So I think that might lend itself to him running fast. But you just see, and he's not there. I want to, he's not there yet. But like when you're watching the game yesterday and you watch Tyreek Hill, you see what elite track speed looks like on a football field. And if this kid makes it that far in football, I think you'll see that as well too. Like there's a difference between somebody who can run 20.1 and somebody who can run 21.5. You can be really good in high school running 21.5 in a lot of states. And you get a lot of people talking about you and saying that you have elite speed, or you run 10.5 or 10.6 elite speed. But there's a big difference between that and what the legit track speed guys who play football bring to the table. And you see it with guys like Hill.
Yeah, if this kid was on that Bills defense, potentially Hill doesn't score that touchdown, and we're
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
still can't believe that game.
Singing a
I'm
different
still
tune.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Still a crazy game.
The
Anyway,
where the comp comes in, I think, is the height. Because you see six
yeah,
five, and then people, any tall sprinter now, people are going to say Bolt, Bolt, doesn't matter, Bolt. Because I mean, Arian Knighton, 1984. I think we forgot about that, Gordon.
that's true.
1984 at 17. That's nuts.
I think it's
He's gonna.
cool how he did it. He smoked its field. He was in like heat 40. Like the guy runs 2079 and he's in heat 40. Typically,
Yeah,
he should be in heat. He should have been in
yeah.
the heat 1. But like, what if you're like
Or other
they
Heat
probably give
40
out like
kids.
an do they give like a medal or an award to like the winner of the 200? And they know it's
Mhm.
seeded fast to slow. So when
Yeah,
the people who were like after like the first, if there's 45 heats and you're
yeah,
leading after what heat do you be like, I don't need to watch? Like, do you like, all right, 5 heats have gone by. No one is going to
yeah,
beat my time now. Like heat 6, 7, that just, so then you feel like you just go home that day. You'd be like, I won the 200. The person who thought they won the 200 was probably already home in their hotel or in their living room, just eating Cheetos. And
yeah,
then they wait a minute. What? Who's this
yeah,
guy? Heat 40,
yeah,
2079. Damn, I thought I won. So,
yeah. Best of luck to whatever he decides to do. He's in
oh yeah.
high school. Hope he has a lot of fun and has a long and healthy career in whatever sport he pursues. You see that level of talent though. It's fun to watch.